Welcome back to another video on the JJ Think Tank. I hope you're doing well today. And in this video I want to talk about the French and Arabic languages and why I believe they are the most beautiful languages in the world. And I speak from a third-person perspective. I do not speak either French or Arabic. I only listen to them. Sometimes I like to go on YouTube and listen to the sound of different languages, to the intonation, the sound, kind of the sense of the language. Yes, and I have come to the conclusion that these two languages are the most beautiful languages in the world. Now, obviously, this is partially this is subjective. Yes, everyone will have their own view. You could argue that the beauty of a language depends on whether you speak it. Yes, so if you are immersed in a language, you start to notice its beauty, and this is true because I speak English and I speak Polish, and both of these languages are beautiful as well. Well, once you get immersed in the language, you understand the language, you are part of the culture, you notice the beauty, yes? Also, the beauty of a given language depends on the speaker. So, a more vulgar person perhaps will speak the language less eloquently, and therefore it won't sound as nice, yes? So obviously that plays a part. But I still believe that, kind of from a third-person perspective, yes, if we imagine an alien, yes, visiting Earth, I think it would say that French and Arabic are the most beautiful languages, because French is a bit different to English. Yes, English is similar to French. English is obviously, like all languages, a unique language. It has a Germanic strain. It has some French loan words. It has some other, I'm sure, other influences, perhaps from Ireland or somewhere else. So it's similar. Yes, it's a bit similar to French, obviously, but French is something more special there, right? It's just a beautiful language. I listen to some French songs sometimes. Edith, Piaf. Recently I discovered this song, La Bohème, La Bohème, Charles, La Bohème, La Bohème. Has it frozen? Oh, my image has frozen. Oh, okay, no, it's oh, this internet is a bit slow at the moment. What's going on here? La Bohème. Song. Charles Aznavour, yes? La Bohème. So I listened to this recently, and it's a beautiful song. And it reiterated this idea, yes, that French and Arabic are, well, French, yes, is a beautiful language. And then I listen to Arabic sometimes on YouTube. I listen to some Muslims, or maybe they're not even Muslims, yes, some Arabic people or people from the Middle East, and they share the different dialects of Arabic, yes, and I listen to some of these dialects, and they're all beautiful. They're all beautiful. I like to listen to Arabic, yes, and yeah, I'm just sharing my thoughts, yes, my feelings, my intuitions, and yeah, so I began my article with this quote. I just made it up, but I attributed it to the alien, yes, the anonymous alien, and he said France is peak Western civilization. A lot of people say this on Twitter as well. I've seen a few tweets that France is the essence of the West, and I agree. France is. There's something special about France, about the language. They're more refined. The French are very refined people. They're more sensitive. And this is reflected sometimes in their politics, yes, and in the way they act on the international arena, you could say, yes. What else would I say about the French? Yes, they have a distinguished culture, obviously, so many beautiful works of art, etc. Debussy, the pianist, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Some beautiful works of literature, obviously. The Count of Monte Cristo. So yes, of course, there's you could criticize the French that they're pussies sometimes. Yes, they can be pussies. Yes, I mean, yeah, I guess World War Two, there is this criticism. Yes, that they gave up too easily when it came to the Nazis. Yes, but still. So let's go into my article. Maybe I can unpack this a bit further. So yes, I began by saying that I like to reflect a lot on the nature and the logoses of various countries. Logos. It's a key word. I think it will be a key word. E. Michael Jones made me notice that there's something about the logos. The logos is key. The logos is key. And yes, I like to uncover their hidden nature and what they represent, their national idea, kind of, because every nation has its good aspects and its bad aspects. Yes, every nation has something to offer to the world, I think, and this is important. We need all nations to be able to develop on their own terms. Really, this kind of fake liberalism, fake globalization that I think is taking place right now. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just interpreting things in the wrong way. But it does seem sometimes that this kind of fake liberalism is having a negative impact. Yes, and so it's important for all nations to find their hidden essence. Yes, kind of their national idea and kind of to return to the past in an authentic way. But obviously. At the same time, we shouldn't fall into blind nationalism, yes, because then we've got another war, yes. We don't want more wars, obviously. I understand that. Somehow we need to kind of come to a harmonious agreement, yes. So yes, and then I wrote that every country shaped the past in their own way, yes, and contributed to the drama of history. And to the development of humanity and civilization, because look where we are at this moment in time. I mean, we've never had it better. I mean, there's so much negativity, but I understand the negativity. I know what people are talking about. We can sense that there's some evil, yes, out there, but at the same time, in the last since the Second World War, a lot of material prosperity has spread across the world, yes, and so. We should be grateful for this, yes. We should be grateful that there hasn't been a war for so long, and I mean we want to avert another bloody, destructive war, yes. But the solution is not to keep on following this kind of fake liberalism, in my opinion. It has to be like a middle way. It has to be a middle way, yes. A return to tradition, but also. We have to be forward thinking as well, and when it comes to culture, we need to think in new terms. Yes. So now I think a case study will help to clarify the issue. I think so. Let's talk about Anglo-Saxons. Yes, the British and America. So the Anglo-Saxon, British, America, they're pretty much one kind of block. Yes, I mean there are some differences between the English and Americans in their identity. That's true, definitely. After all, there was a war, yes, in 1776. They are different, yes, but broadly speaking, they are similar. And what's special about this part of the world? This is my interpretation. So the Anglo-Saxons, the British, the Americans, they because of their historical experience, they've been able to kind of create a unique form of government that is quite moderate and doesn't fall into tyranny. Yes. It allows for liberty to flourish in an individual, and because of this, it gives rise to greater freedom overall. Yes, because when you look back at English history, American history, so far, yes, these countries really they haven't ever fallen into tyranny for an extended period of time. I believe, based on my knowledge, yes. What else is special about these countries, about the Anglo-Saxons, the British, and America? They have this emphasis on mercantilism, yes, on technology, on trade, which is inherently linked to liberalism, yes, and this is a key way to develop. Yes, it's a key way to promote development, to build your economic base, etc. Yes, and it does spread to a degree material prosperity across the world. So they are thalassocratic countries. So I found this term on Twitter. I mean on Wikipedia. They are thalassocratic countries that put a greater emphasis on progress, on liberalism, on trade, mercantilism, etc. Yes, on science, and so forth. Yes, but this is my reflection. Yes, I may be wrong. I know this can be a generalization. Yes, but I think sometimes it's important to generalize. Yes, because otherwise we just focus on little facts all the time. I'm talking about general ideas. Yes, my general impression. So what I've noticed about the Anglo-Sphere, sometimes, yes, well, in general, is kind of their tendency not to notice the deeper aspects of reality sometimes, yes? When it comes to political issues, philosophical issues, they sometimes fall into pride, when they compare themselves to other nations, they think they're better because they have more money, they have this higher GDP, etc. It's kind of what I've noticed, yes? And it's kind of reflected also in the analytic school of philosophy. And this type of philosophy, it's beneficial, but it kind of focuses too much on minute details, I think, sometimes. On it's too logical. It misses the forest for the trees. I like this saying, this idiom. And I think overall these phenomena are due to Protestantism and kind of an over-capitalistic mentality. Analysing recent history. Yes, of course, this is a generalisation. I understand people will criticise me because the English they're also capable of great works of art. Such we can think of Shakespeare, we can think of Pink Floyd, yes, the rock band, Turner, the artist Turner. I mean, beautiful art, yes. Turner. JJMW Turner, yes. So yeah, I really like his paintings. They're very beautiful. Yeah, I like this kind of impression. I think it's impressionism, right? So I mean, look at this. It's beautiful. Look at the sea and everything. I wish I could paint like this. It's amazing. Amazing, like Jesse Lee Peterson. Amazing. I don't know if you know him. He's a character. He's a good man, I think. Jesse Lee Peterson. Jesse Lee Peterson. He's an American pastor. Yes. He's a black guy. I get good vibes. I get good vibes from this guy. I mean, he's a good man. Yes, he's a good man. He's got a large following on YouTube. But anyway, so I've gone on a tangent again. Let's go back to my article. Yes, so I'm just sharing my feelings, my intuitions, my thoughts, my life experience, because this is also based on everyone's worldview is based on their personal life experience. I mean, no one is totally objective, so everyone is biased, like not biased, but kind of they're shaped, yes, by their life experience, and then kind of this is what I think, yes, what I feel, and yes, having read Edward Said's book, well, I haven't finished it yet. I'm close to finishing it, but I think he noticed this as well, yes. And another case study will help to kind of unpack things a bit further. So when studying the Orient, we can notice that the British, when we compare them to how the French acted, yes, the British, obviously, in hindsight, what had transpired can be interpreted in a good way because it led to more interactions between East and West, yes, because of economic ties, etc., and this multiculturalism and the exchange of ideas. Because I do kind of agree sometimes with the liberals that multiculturalism does produce progress. Yes, it does produce progress, but it's just I would say a multicultural society is difficult to manage. Yes, sometimes it can fall into tyranny, and there has to be like a dominant culture above it. Yes, but anyway, going back to my point. So the British, as opposed to the French, they were kind of unable to appreciate, respect, and interpret the otherness of the other deeply enough. This is sometimes a problem with the British. Yes. I don't think the French have this. The French are more sensitive, and this is reflected in their language because the language is very it's full of yes, well, this beauty, yes, this kind of this sound, yes, and the French, Edward Said, he makes a point, yes, that the French pilgrims long to kind of discover the hidden essence of the Orient, yes, whereas the British and the English treated it in a more kind of offhand manner, just as a colony, yes, to be exploited economically. Here you can argue that maybe it wasn't exploited because there were, this trade, this development took place, yes. So I don't know, yes. But I'm just sharing what I think, and I think overall he's right here, yes, Edward Said. I think he's correct. So yes. Now I'd like to return to the point about colonialism. Yes. So obviously it was a bad thing. Yes. Because I mean because it's called colonialism, it means that it wasn't fair. Yes. It wasn't fair enough. When you trade with countries, etc., you should allow them also to develop as well, and not just become slaves. Yes, not just exploit them all the time. And unfortunately, this to a degree, this did happen. Yes, in all the colonies. Yes, that the British had. I mean, I'm sure the French also did this, but I mean, here we could go further and further and further. I mean, everyone will have their own argument, their own set of facts. Yes, to present their view. So. Ultimately, you have to come to a position, yes, yes. But so yes, this colonialism it was in general it was bad as well. But now it has given rise to this kind of interconnectedness. Yes, we are interconnected. The world is becoming more connected, and you know, because of this, many questions arise. Yes, what will happen now in the future? Are we able to settle our differences? Are we able to come to a compromise? Are we able to pursue diplomacy and somehow arrange things so that everyone benefits to a degree, or are we just going to fall back into tribalism, excessive tribalism? Because this is not good either, right? So yeah, we'll see what happens, I guess. But let's go back to France now. So France represents this peak of Western civilization. A lot of people would agree with me here. And since France is more sensitive, yes, to the needs of others, I think France will play an important role. Obviously, Russia. Well, in the north of Africa, I believe, and in other parts of Africa and the Middle East, obviously Russia is trying to influence things. So obviously, all the major powers are trying to have an influence, but I think moving forward, there is this connection, yes, between the French and the Arabs that will perhaps solve the issue, yes, and allow some form of reconciliation, yes, between the world of Islam and the world of Western civilization. I mean, here again, there are so many perspectives. So we've got the perspective of Douglas Murray, who thinks that Islam is a threat, and we've got the perspective of ours that Islam now will actually kind of paradoxically give rise to a positive process. So I think Alain de Benoist talks about this. He's an interesting French thinker, French philosopher on Islam. So Alain de Benoist, you see, Alain de Benoist. He's a deeper thinker, because Douglas Murray other British, not all British people, but other British people, they just completely reject Islam. Arabs, they just kind of they have this offhand manner. Yes, this is kind of sometimes the British mentality. Whereas Alain de Benoist is a French thinker. He has a more complex view of Islam. Yes, Islam is not just a threat. It's not just it's not the case that Islam has nothing to offer the world, that Arabs don't have some insight, yes, something to offer in order to make progress in the postmodern world, yes, because we're entering this postmodern world, and Arabs. To be honest, I agree with the Arabs in their kind of they rebel and they reject this decadence of the West. Yes, not all of them, obviously. A lot of Muslims, they become liberal, but a lot of Arabs, yes, a lot of strains of Islam, etc. They reject this Western modernity, this consumerism, this American-led globalization, because if one power starts to dominate too much, it's not good for the world. Yes, it's not good. We need this multipolar world. Yes, as many commentators say. So yes. I mean, I think that's all for today, really, when it comes to this video. I don't have really anything more to add. I ended with another quote. I made this up. Anonymous alien. English is good for commerce. French and Arabic for love. And that's why English is important. It's still a very important language because it's the lingua franca of the world, and it will be key to developing commerce across the world. Yes, in order to so that all countries are kind of interconnected to a degree, because English is easy to learn, but perhaps it can be hard to master. Yes, English is one of those languages that a lot of people they can pick up perhaps and learn enough of it in order to function, but in order to master the language, well, the English language, perhaps it requires a lot of time. Yes. But anyway, yes, that's the end of my video for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it interesting. Comment if you agree. If you don't, I'd like to hear your perspective, because these topics are fascinating for me, and I like to hear from everyone. Yes, perhaps every comment, every insight, it can shed some light. Yes, and so yes, if you comment, please do. Yes, if you want to comment, please do. But yes, that's the end of my video. If you like the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. It will help me grow the channel and spread more vital information that I believe will solve a lot of issues, I think. And yes, if you like the video even more, consider donating at Buy Me a Coffee. I'll provide a link in the description. And yes, thank you for listening if you made it this far, and I wish you all the best. Take care.